YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 essential items, the things that I cannot live without. I use them almost every day, if not every day, with some of these items, and I'm excited to share them with you. First up is this water bottle. This one is just from Typo. It's a metal one, 500 milliliters, but this is super essential for me. I use reusable water bottles all the time. I never use disposable ones unless I absolutely have to. I really like the Typo ones because they are very well insulated, so if you have something cold, it keeps it really cold. And then I also have a smaller version of this that I use to make my tea in. So if I am going out to work in the morning, I will make my tea in that smaller 350 ml one, and it keeps my tea warm literally all day until I want to drink it. So this is great. Next up is my journal. This journal is also from Typo, and this is a more recent essential of mine. I used to do all my journaling on my phone in my notes app, but I decided I should get an actual physical journal and keep a physical copy of it. I thought it would be nice to kind of look back and remember and have like the hard copy of it to look back on. So now I do all my journaling in here. I usually journal in the evenings before I go to bed, so that's all in here. Next up is also related to my evening routine, and that is my foam roller / peanut. So being a pole dancer, my muscles can get very stiff, and also with my injury, my neck in particular gets really tight and stiff, and I need to make sure that I am constantly stretching it and keeping it loose and preventing any pain there. So this foam roller and peanut are absolutely essential for me. Every evening I have my evening routine where I do some stretches and I roll out my neck and my back with the foam roller and the peanut. The foam roller is great for basically like all over my back, from lower back to upper back, but I particularly love this little peanut because it has this groove that you can sit your spine along, and then these knobs on either side can really get into the muscles that are right on the side of my spine, and I can also use it at the base of my head, and there's some pressure points there that this can really help to release. And I definitely notice when I don't foam roll and don't use the peanuts in the evenings, then the next day my neck and my back are a lot more stiff and a lot more sore. So this is 100% essential for me. The next essential item is my Kindle. I've had this Kindle for a really long time now. I've had it probably since I was in high school, and I've recently rediscovered it, if you could say. When I was in high school, I would read all the time. I would read multiple books a month, and I was constantly getting new books and reading new books on my Kindle. But when I went into university, the amount of reading that I did kind of decreased quite a lot, and I was reading a lot of academic journals and texts and textbooks for varsity, so I didn't really have the time to read for fun or for pleasure. But now I really want to get back into reading, so I've started reading a lot more again, and I've read some like hard copy physical books this year, but I really prefer reading on the Kindle. I find it so much more convenient. I can hold my Kindle in one hand like this. I don't have to worry about the pages closing, don't have to worry about bookmarks, so it's a lot more convenient for me, and definitely an essential item at the moment. My next essential item would be leggings. I spend pretty much every day in leggings if I'm not in sweatpants, and with the amount of working out and exercising that I do, good leggings are really essential. Unfortunately, good leggings are quite difficult to come by. At the moment, my favorite leggings are probably these ones. They are from Ultrabland. They are nude and they've got like this cool design, but what I really like about them is they are really nice and form-fitting and quite compressive, and they don't fall down during the day. I usually, when I'm wearing leggings, I wear them all day. I don't just wear them while I'm exercising, so it's really important for me that they don't fall down and don't start to sag during the day. So that's what I love about those ones in particular. I've also tried some Gymshark leggings, and those have, the ones that I've tried have been pretty good. And then the leggings that I'm actually wearing at the moment, these are Boost leggings, and they are also pretty great. Next up is this little product. This is the Lush Ultrabland Facial Cleanser. This is like probably my favorite skin care product of all time. It is a beeswax and rose cream cleanser, and it's really thick on the inside. You can see this one's like half used already. It's super creamy and super moisturizing. It is like, it's made of beeswax, so it's like that very like balmy beeswax texture, and I find that it really helps to kind of lock the moisture into my face, and it's a cleanser that's effective in kind of getting rid of the dirt, and if I happen to wear makeup, which I hardly ever do, it can get rid of makeup, but it also doesn't strip my skin and doesn't leave my skin really dry. I have quite dry skin and quite sensitive skin as well, and this works really well for my skin. Speaking of dry skin, my next essential product is lip balm or lip ice. This is just a Woolworths original one. It's kind of got a vanilla scent. I usually just go for plainer lip balms, because I find that if it has too strong a scent, it can I can get over it quite quickly and I get bored of that scent. But these plainer ones I don't get bored of. I have several lip ices always on the go. I have usually one in the car, one in my room, and one in my bag, just to make sure I'm never without lip ice, because my lips, especially in winter, get really dry, and I hate the feeling of like dry tight lips, so I always want to have a lip ice nearby. And my next essential product is my yoga mat. This is a yoga mat. It's rolled up so you can't see the pattern, but this is a yoga mat by Sirene, and it's got a really beautiful design on it. I really love this yoga mat. It's got like a suede texture, it's got that beautiful design, and it just really works for me. I use it every single day. I do some stretching every morning, so I'll roll this out in my room and then do my stretching on that. I usually keep this one in my room and don't really take it out and about, because I don't want to get it like dirty or ruined. So if I'm going to my pole studio, there's usually yoga mats there that for everyone to use, that I will use. I won't bring my own, but for at home, I really love this one. Okay, my next favorite would be my Apple Watch. This is fairly new to me. I've had it for just a couple months now, but I already don't know how I was living without it before. The main reason that I got the Apple Watch was to track my workouts and my steps. The health insurance that I'm on, I get points and extra rewards for completing workouts and getting a certain number of steps in the day. That's the main reason I got it, but I now use my Apple Watch for a lot more than that. I love how convenient it is to have my reminders and messages and notifications pop up directly on my wrist. I really love that during a workout I can play my music from my watch instead of from my phone. I often film things while I'm working out, so if I'm working on my handstands, I'll film my handstands, or if I'm doing some pole, I might film a few combos. So it's really great to not have to interrupt the music, because I need to film and just have being able to play on my watch without having to get another device like my iPad to play music off of. I've also been using an app for tracking my sleep on the Apple Watch, and that I think is really helping with my sleep. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Apple Watch. I just find it super convenient. I like that I don't have to have my phone on me all the time, and that I can still get like any important notifications that I need. Okay, and then my final essential item or favorite item would have to be my phone. I know it seems like a bit of a cheat to say my phone, but literally could not live without my phone. In particular though, it's the Notes app, the calendar app, and at the moment TikTok. So the Notes and the calendar app are basically what I put everything important that I need to remember in there. I've started playing around with the reminders app as well, but I usually prefer to put everything either directly into the calendar or into my Notes app. I have literal entire folders of different subsections in my Notes app of all the things that I need to write down, that I need to remember. I use it for planning social media content for myself and for some of the other accounts that I run. I use it for keeping track of my work schedule. I use it for keeping track of my exercise routines, how many reps, how many sets that I've done of something. I keep track of pole combos if I haven't been able to film them. I literally keep track of my entire life in the Notes app, so don't know what I would do without that. And I love that it's obviously on my phone, so it's super convenient. I always have my phone with me, so whenever I need to write something down, I can just put it in there and I don't have to carry around like a journal. Also, that would probably fill up very quickly if I would put everything that I was putting in the Notes app onto physical paper. And then the calendar app as well, also all my appointments, everything that I do on a daily basis or weekly basis gets put in there, so I never forget anything. And then TikTok is my guilty pleasure at the moment. I actually have a TikTok account, so if you want to follow me on TikTok, I'll link it in my bio. But TikTok is fastly becoming my new favorite social media app, might even be overtaking Instagram. I can spend like hours on TikToks without even noticing that the time has gone by. So definitely an essential thing for me at the moment, especially during this quarantine. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments if you share any of these essential items or what your essential items are and how they might be different. Also, please like this video if you want to see more content like this in the future. I'm thinking of doing a specifically pole dancers edition of my top 10 essential items, because there's a lot of things that for pole that I consider completely essential that I didn't manage to fit into this list. So let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in, and please subscribe to my channel to see more videos. Bye!